Today we're walking through 5 truths about reinvention that aren't often talked about, but absolutely need to be. These are the lessons that make transformation feel lighter, clearer, and way more fun. And we'll draw inspiration from iconic women who've evolved with grace and ease. Welcome to Golden It Girl, a soft space for women stepping into their next era with elegance and intention. Here, we explore the art of self-reinvention, the psychology of true It Girl energy, and mindset shifts that help you live more beautifully, with more freedom, alignment, and self-trust. If you're ready to begin your glow up from the inside out, then download The Soft Reset, a gentle guide filled with feminine rituals, mindset shifts, and identity upgrades designed to help you rise softly but powerfully. You can find the link in the description below this video or go to goldenitgirl.com. Truth number 1. Reinvention can feel unfamiliar at first, but that's part of the glow up. Becoming a new version of yourself doesn't always feel glamorous at the beginning. In fact, it might feel awkward, uncertain, even lonely, but that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It usually means you're doing something right. Because growth, real, lasting growth, often begins in quiet discomfort. Psychologists call this the liminal space, the in-between. It's the phase where the old you no longer fits, but the new you isn't fully formed yet. It's a psychological threshold, and it's where reinvention begins. You're shedding identities, habits, and narratives that once felt safe, but now feel too small for who you're becoming. It's like outgrowing your favorite jacket. You loved it, it served you well, but now it doesn't fit the life you're stepping into. You don't need to apologize for that. You just need to keep walking forward. Think of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. Once a fashion world darling known for bold, high-gloss style, she quietly transformed into a minimalist muse of elegance and mystery. No press tour, no big announcement, just subtle, intentional shifts that realigned her presence. She didn't chase attention, yet she became unforgettable. That's the power of quiet reinvention. Most glow-ups don't happen overnight. They're made in tiny daily decisions, saying no to what drains you, saying yes to what lights you up, choosing calm over chaos, wearing something that makes you feel like her, the future you. And here's something science backs up. According to studies on neuroplasticity, your brain literally rewires itself based on the habits and thoughts you choose consistently. So when you start changing, even in small ways, your identity begins to follow. You're not faking it. You're training your brain to believe something new. That's why the early stages of a glow-up can feel unfamiliar. You're not lost. You're just rewiring. Let it feel different. Let it feel soft. Let it feel a little mysterious. You don't need to justify who you're becoming. You just need to trust her. Because reinvention doesn't need to be loud to be life-changing. It doesn't need to be dramatic to be magnetic. It just needs to feel aligned. And when it does, people will notice. Truth number 2, reinvention is personal, and you don't need everyone to get it. When you begin to evolve, shift, and elevate, not everyone around you will understand. Some will feel confused, some might feel left behind, others may even project their discomfort onto you. But here's the truth, you're not reinventing yourself for approval. You're doing it for alignment, for clarity, for peace, and ultimately, for power. Your glow-up isn't a group project. It's a personal contract between who you are now and the higher version of you waiting to be embodied. Just look at Sophia Richie Grange. Her reinvention wasn't loud, it was luminous. She transitioned from fast fashion and paparazzi flashbulbs to quiet luxury, clean lines, and elegant restraint. Her styling softened, her presence grounded, and her entire energy shifted. It wasn't a rebrand for clicks, it was a return to self-respect. Her glow-up wasn't about what the world wanted to see, it was about who she wanted to be, and that's the key. Research in identity psychology tells us that transformation is deeply internal before it ever becomes visible. According to Dr. Tara Brach, True change begins when we stop outsourcing our self-worth. When you stop waiting for external validation, you begin to build from within. This is where real power is born. And yes, when you start moving differently, some people will project their old version of you onto your new path. They might say you've changed. They might say you're not the same. They're right, you're not. Because the version of you that needed their understanding no longer needs their permission. This is what psychologists call self-authorship. It's when you begin to write your own life story, no longer defined by roles, expectations, or external narratives. You become the narrator, not the character. So if people don't get it, let them stay confused. If your glow up intimidates, let it. It's not that you're intimidating, it's that they're intimidated. It's not that you're trying to be exclusive, but because you're finally being intentional. You're not here to be digestible for everyone. You're here to be deeply aligned for yourself. Let your reinvention be private, personal, and profound. Let it come in seasons, in softness, in silence if it needs to. Because applause is optional. But authenticity, that's essential. And the best part? The people who do get it, your true aligned circle, will see you more clearly than ever. You're not becoming someone else. You're becoming someone truer. Truth number 3, reinvention isn't becoming someone new. It's coming back to yourself. Contrary to what social media might suggest, a true glow-up isn't about becoming unrecognizable. It's not about escaping your past or pretending to be someone else. Real reinvention is more of a return, a quiet homecoming to who you've always been underneath the noise. You're not creating a new persona. You're removing layers that were never truly yours. Outdated beliefs, performative habits, people-pleasing patterns. You're letting go, not adding on. According to psychologist Carl Rogers, personal transformation happens not when we try to become something different, but when we accept ourselves fully. That's when the real shift begins. You don't need to force confidence. You don't need to fake it till you make it. You already are it. The softness, the clarity, the elegance you admire, it's not foreign to you. It's just been buried beneath years of overperforming, overthinking, and over-explaining. Reinvention is the quiet process of remembering. Think of Zoe Kravitz. Her style, her energy, her presence, none of it feels forced. She doesn't scream for attention. She doesn't overshare or overstyle. She simply embodies. There's a difference between performing confidence and living in alignment. Zoe is magnetic because she's unapologetically herself. She doesn't chase trends, she transcends them. Her glow isn't about impressing others, it's about trusting herself. And that is where cool girl energy is born. Neuroscience tells us that when we practice self-acceptance, the brain's default mode network, which governs our inner critic, begins to quiet down. This is what allows your real identity to emerge. Without fear, without comparison, without performance. The more you reconnect with what's true for you, what you love, what lights you up, what brings you peace, the more natural your glow up feels. No over-curating, no over-explaining, no proving. You begin to move through the world with a kind of soft certainty. You're not chasing your life, you're curating it. Not hustling for worthiness, but simply being worthy. This is the glow up that lasts. Because it's not rooted in ego, it's rooted in truth. You're not here to become someone new, you're here to become undeniably yourself. So let this be your permission slip. You don't have to change to be enough. You just have to come home to you. And once you do, you'll realize the woman you've been trying to become has always been there, just waiting for you to trust her. Truth number 4. Quiet change creates lasting results. Some of the most powerful transformations don't happen on camera. They happen in silence, in private, in the day-to-day choices no one sees. In a world addicted to announcement culture, where every meal, mood, and milestone is shared, quiet change is revolutionary. There's no performance in true transformation, no need to convince or broadcast, because the moment you shift your internal state, your habits, your mindset, your energy, your external world begins to mirror it. Neuroscience calls this self-directed neuroplasticity. When you consistently rewire your thoughts and behaviors behind the scenes, your brain begins to create new default settings. You become calm by practicing calm. You become elegant by choosing elegance, even when no one's watching. This kind of glow up isn't loud, it's sustainable. Look at Angelina Jolie. She didn't announce a rebrand, she simply evolved. From rebellious film roles to UN humanitarian missions, from red carpets to refugee camps, her energy matured with purpose. She didn't explain her transformation, she embodied it. That's the secret. You don't need to prove your evolution. You just need to become. Because when you start showing up differently, with more softness, more clarity, more boundaries, you don't need to say a word. Your energy speaks volumes. According to behavioral psychology, consistent micro changes in your environment and routine are more effective for lasting results than sudden, high-pressure overhauls. So it's not about changing everything at once, it's about shifting your daily tone. So don't worry about being seen right away. Focus on becoming undeniable. When your alignment deepens, the world responds accordingly. Quietly at first, and then all at once. Truth number 5. What you gain is brighter than anything you leave behind. Yes, reinvention involves release. You'll outgrow certain habits, circles, and even versions of yourself. But what you gain in return, it's clarity, it's confidence, it's calm. It's waking up without the ache of misalignment. It's no longer shrinking to fit rooms you've outgrown. It's walking into your day knowing who you are without explanation. In emotional intelligence studies, this is known as resonance. When your internal state finally matches the environments and relationships you allow, that's when life starts to feel right. Let's look at Audrey Hepburn. The world adored her for her grace on screen, but her most powerful chapter came after the lights faded. She traded the film set for UNICEF fieldwork, traded red carpet glamour for real-world impact, and in doing so, she became even more iconic. She didn't lose herself. She found her purpose. That's what reinvention makes room for. A fuller version of you. Not louder, not busier, just brighter. Because what you're letting go of, the noise, the chaos, the old coping mechanisms, was never the reward. It was just the chapter before the bloom. You're not giving anything up. You're creating space for more ease, more elegance, more of the life you're meant to live. Research on lifestyle design shows that people who actively edit their environments, social circles, and routines experience significantly higher satisfaction and long-term well-being. In other words, your glow-up isn't just aesthetic, it's psychological strategy. Reinvention doesn't have to be dramatic or heavy. It can be gentle, it can be strategic, it can be feminine power in motion. It's the art of choosing again, curating your habits, editing your circle, elevating your routines with precision and softness. And when you're ready, don't return to who you were, return radiant. If today's post resonated, the soft reset is your next step. Inside, you'll find 7 days of soft rituals to help you rebuild your identity with intention, grace, and grounded self-trust. That's it for today's episode of Golden It Girl. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's also stepping into her next chapter. Thank you so much for spending time with me. And until next time, keep glowing, keep growing, and never stop becoming.